Elon Musk jolted awake in the dead of night, the sharp trill of his phone slicing through the stillness like a blade through fabric. His eyes blinked open, heavy with sleep, the room a blur of shadows, his sparse Austin bedroom fading into focus, no windows, just smooth concrete walls and the faint hum of a cooling unit tucked in the corner. The phone's blue glow pulsed on the nightstand, a cold beacon in the dark. 2:47 a.m., the screen screamed, and beneath it, a name, Lila. His ex-wife. His hand shot out, knocking over a half-empty energy drink, sticky liquid splashing cold across his fingers. As he snatched the phone, heart already thudding hard against his ribs. Lila didn't call. Not anymore. Not since the divorce carved a canyon between them, their talks reduced to clipped texts about their daughter, Evie, funneled through assistants or the occasional strained video call. A 2 a.m. call meant trouble, deep, jagged trouble. He swiped the screen, voice rough with sleep. "Lila, what's wrong?" The line crackled, static snapping loud, then her voice broke through. Not words at first, just a choked sob, raw and ragged, clawing at his gut. "Elon, she's gone, Evie's gone." Her words shattered into gasps, each one a punch to his chest. He was on his feet now, barefoot on the cold floor, pacing fast, the phone pressed tight to his ear. "Gone? What do you mean gone? Is she hurt? Where are you?" His mind spun wild, car accident, kidnapping, something worse. Each thought a splinter driving deeper. It's not like that," Lila stammered, her voice trembling through tears. "She's not here. She's not anywhere. I woke up, checked her room, and she's just gone. Her bed's empty, Elon. Her shoes, her jacket, all still here, but she's not." The line hissed again, static swelling loud, drowning her for a heartbeat before cutting back. "I tried her phone, nothing. Then this signal came through." "Signal?" Elon stopped pacing, breath catching sharp. Evie was 12, sharp as a tack, already coding AI bots that stumped his engineers, her room a chaos of circuits and star charts pinned to the walls. A signal didn't fit, unless it was hers. "What signal, Lila? Slow down, tell me exactly what happened." He yanked a hoodie from a chair, tugging it on one-handed. The phone jammed between ear and shoulder, already moving toward his office down the hall. Lights flicking on with a soft buzz as he stormed in. I don't know," Lila said, her voice cracking. "I was asleep. Nightmare woke me about her, and I went to check. She wasn't there. Then her laptop. It was on, screen glowing, some weird static pattern like a code pulsing. I've never seen it before. I tried calling you right after, but it's like something's jamming me." The line screeched again, a high-pitched whine that made him wince, then her voice cut back, fainter. "Elon, I'm scared. She's all I've got." The call dropped. Dead silence. He stared at the screen, call ended, and stabbed her number again. Straight to voicemail. Again voicemail. A third time, nothing, just that cold robotic voice. "The person you are trying to reach is unavailable." His hands shook now, adrenaline surging hot through his veins. His Evie gone, a signal on her laptop, Lila's sobs echoing in his skull. He dialed his assistant, Sam, the line buzzing faint before clicking through on the first ring, Sam's voice crisp despite the hour. "Sir." "Jet now," Elon barked, shoving a laptop, charger, and keys into a backpack, the zipper rasping loud in the quiet. "Fastest route to San Diego, Lila's place." "Evie's missing." "Missing?" Sam's tone sharpened, sleep erased. "What happened?" "Don't know yet," Lila called, crying, said she's gone, some signal on her laptop. "Call dropped, can't reach her now." "Jet ready in 15, car here in 3. He was already at the front door, sneakers jamming onto bare feet, the cold metal knob biting his palm as he yanked it open. On it, cars dispatched, jets fueling. "Anything else?" Sam asked, keys clacking faint in the background. "Get Jace, security lead, meet me at Lila's. And pull Evie's phone tracker, emergency override." He hung up, sprinting to the curb as a black Tesla screeched up, tires squealing sharp on asphalt, the driver a shadow behind tinted glass. Elon dived in, backpack thudding to the seat, still clutching his phone. Lila's number again, voicemail again. "Hey, Evie, it's Dad," he said, voice tight, leaving a message on her custom galaxy-patterned phone. "Call me right now, okay? Need to hear you're safe." The car peeled out, city lights streaking past in a blur. Neon signs, empty streets, the hum of the electric engine a low growl under his racing pulse. Memories hit hard. Evie's birth, tiny fists clenched, eyes wide with wonder. Her first code, a glitchy bot that rolled into his foot, her laugh bright as stars. The way she'd hug him quick on their rare weekends, like she didn't want him to see how much she missed him. He'd let her down. Too many launches, too many late nights, weeks slipping by with just distracted video calls, her voice fading as he scrolled reports. Now she was gone, and he was helpless. Billions in the bank, rockets piercing the sky, and he couldn't reach his kid. The private airfield loomed ahead, the jet's engines already whining loud, a sleek shadow against the tarmac. He bolted up the steps, pilot snapping to attention, Captain Lee, a grizzled vet, nodding sharp. San Diego, how fast? Elon asked, dropping into a seat, tablet buzzing alive in his hands. 2 hours flat, tailwind's good, Lee said, voice steady. Buckle in, we're rolling. Make it 150, Elon shot back, fingers flying over the tablet, pulling up Evie's tracker. Her phone's purple dot blinking faint at Lila's address, then vanishing, signal dead. Battery? Or something worse? The jet lurched forward, runway lights streaking past, a sharp jolt as it climbed into the black, stars glinting cold through the window, mocking him with their distance. He tried Lila again, voicemail. Evie voicemail. San Diego PD, non-emergency line, useless without proof. No record of Elon Musk admitted. The hospitals said, one by one, their voices flat, detached. His coffee came black, steaming, but he didn't touch it, eyes locked on the tablet, willing that purple dot to flare back. Nothing. Just the jet's hum, steady and cruel, carrying him through the dark to whatever waited. 2 hours stretching endless, a void he couldn't fill. Memories clawed deeper. Evie at SpaceX, 8 years old, peering into a thruster, asking, "How fast to Mars, Dad?" Her grin wide, gap-toothed. The divorce, Lila's cold silence, Evie caught in the middle, her hugs growing shorter, her questions quieter. He'd buried himself in work. Tesla, SpaceX, Neuralink, telling himself it was for her future, for kids like her. Bullshit. It was for him, and now she was gone, a signal pulsing where she should have been. The attendant hovered, voice soft. "Sir, anything else?" "Jace Security, where's he at?" Elon snapped, jerking back to now, the cabin's hum swelling loud in his ears. "Meeting you at the house, he's 10 minutes out," she said, retreating fast. He opened Evie's tracker again, still dead, then emailed Sam. "Hospital's clear, check Evie's school, friends, any weird activity on her devices. Lila's socials too, anything off. Car at San Diego airstrip now." The jet cut through the night, engines roaring steady, but Elon's hands gripped the armrests, knuckles white, powerless, a tech titan reduced to a father begging the universe. Keep her safe. Let her be okay. The jet's wheels kissed the tarmac with a sharp squeal, jolting Elon Musk forward in his seat as the San Diego airstrip blurred into view. 4:32 a.m. The sky still a bruised black, city lights flickering faint beyond the runway's edge. The engines wind down, a low growl fading into the hum of the cooling cabin. But Elon was already up, backpack slung over one shoulder, boots thudding hard on the steps as he hit the ground running. A black SUV idled on the tarmac, exhaust puffing faint in the chill, the driver, a wiry guy with a buzz cut, swinging the door open without a word. Lila Grayson's place, fast, Elon barked, diving in, the leather creaking cold under him as he yanked the door shut with a loud thud. The SUV peeled out, tires biting asphalt with a gritty screech, weaving through pre-dawn streets. Empty intersections, neon signs buzzing dim, the Pacific salt tang seeping through the cracked window. Elon's phone buzzed, Sam's email. "No Evie at school last week, perfect record otherwise. Friends say she's been quiet, obsessed with some coding project. Lila's socials dead for days, last post. Late night breakthrough. Cars at airstrip. Jace en route." He tried Lila again, voicemail, that robotic voice mocking him. Not available. Evie's purple phone, voicemail too, her cheerful, "Hey, it's Evie, leave a beep," twisting the knot in his gut tighter. His tablet glowed in his lap, Evie's tracker still a blank void, no signal, no life. The SUV swung onto Lila's street, a quiet stretch of modern houses tucked behind palms. Hers a sleek two-story, glass and steel glinting faint in the dark, no lights on, the big eucalyptus out front casting jagged shadows across the lawn. Something clawed at him, too still, too silent. Lila should have been up, pacing, after that call. The car braked sharp, gravel crunching loud under tires, and Elon bolted out, the driver's sir. Cut off as he sprinted to the door. He stabbed the bell, its chime echoing shrill inside, no answer. He pounded the wood, knuckles stinging, voice raw. "Lila. Evie." Nothing. Just the wind rustling leaves, a faint hiss in the quiet. He fumbled his keys. Lila's emergency spare, a relic from post-divorce truce. "For Evie if she needs you." and jammed it into the lock, the click loud in the stillness. The door swung open, no alarm beep, another bad sign. Lila was paranoid about security, always armed it. "Lila? Evie!" His shout bounced off the entryway's high ceilings, swallowed by silence. He flipped the lights, harsh white flooding the space, pristine and sterile. Hardwood gleaming, no shoes by the door, no clutter. Too perfect. He moved fast, kitchen spotless, no dishes. Living room, couch pillows neat, Evie's robot kit stacked tidy in a corner. Lila's office, laptop shut, papers aligned. No struggle, no rush, just empty. Upstairs, two at a time, boots thumping loud. Evie's room first, door ajar, her Evie's lab. Enter at your own risk, sign swaying faint as he pushed in. The air hit him, cool, stale, tinged with solder and ozone, her chaos intact. Walls plastered with star maps, desk buried in wires and circuit boards, her bed unmade, sheets tangled like she'd just climbed out. But no Evie. His chest tightened, eyes darting. Her sneakers by the closet, jacket on the chair, purple phone gone. Then the laptop, screen glowing soft on her desk, static flickering wild. A pulsing pattern of white and gray, jagged lines spiking like a heartbeat. Lila's signal. He dropped to the chair, the creak loud in the hush, and tapped the keyboard. Static flared brighter, no login, just that endless loop. "Evie, what the hell is this?" he muttered, voice rough, fingers brushing the trackpad. A faint hum swelled from the speakers, low and rhythmic, spiking sharp with each pulse. Code, maybe, but nothing he could crack fast. He pulled his tablet, synced it quick, a sharp ping as it mirrored the screen, and ran a diagnostic, lines of green text scrolling fast. Encrypted, layered deep, not kid stuff. This was pro, or something weirder. Footsteps thudded downstairs, heavy, deliberate. "Mr. Musk?" Jace's deep voice cut through, his security lead stepping into the frame, broad, ex-military, eyes scanning sharp. "House is empty. Lila's car's in the garage, untouched." "You okay?" "No," Elon said, standing fast, the chair scraping loud. "Evie's gone, Lila too, maybe. Called me at 2, crying, said Evie vanished, mention this." He jabbed the laptop, static pulsing relentless. Line dropped, can't reach her. "This is all I've got." Jace leaned in, frowning deep, the screen's glow catching the scar on his jaw. "That's no game. Looks like a signal lock, military grade maybe. When'd you last talk to Evie?" 4 days, video call," Elon said, running a hand through his hair, the strands gritty with sweat. "She was fine, excited, showing me some AI bot she'd hacked together. Said it talked back. Thought she was kidding. She's 12, hacking's her thing," Jace said, pulling his phone, snapping a pic of the screen. "But this ain't normal. Lila say anything else. Just that Evie was gone, bed empty, this on," Elon said, voice tight. Then static, call cut. He moved to Lila's room, bed made, closet full, no bags gone. But something glinted on her nightstand. Her phone, screen cracked, half under a book. He grabbed it, glass crunching faint under his thumb, dead, no power. "Jace, here," he called, tossing it over. Jace caught it, turning it slow. Smashed, could be dropped, could be smashed deliberate. "Charger." Elon yanked one from his bag, plugging it in. The screen flared, boot looping, then died again. "Fried," Jace said grim. "Something hit it hard, EMP maybe." "EMP?" Elon's eyes narrowed, mind racing. Electromagnetic pulse, small scale, could kill tech, leave no trace. "Evie's into that. Built a mini one last year, fried my watch." He turned back to her laptop, static pulsing louder now, a faint whine threading through. "This signal, if she sent it, she's trying to tell us something." Jace nodded, tapping his phone. "Teams 5 out, sweeping the block. I'll run this pattern through my guys, see if it's a beacon, distress, whatever." He pointed to a doodle on Evie's desk, graphite scratches, a spiral with spikes radiating out, like a warped sun. "That mean anything?" Elon froze, the shape tugging faint at his memory. Something from a Neuralink brief, a signal glyph, experimental. "Maybe," he said, snapping a photo, the shutter clicking sharp. "She's been digging into my work. Hacked my server once, got grounded. Could be hers, or someone else's." Headlights flashed outside, Jace's team rolling up, tires grinding gravel. "We need her laptop," Elon said, yanking its cord, the plug popping loud from the wall. "And Lila's phone, cracked or not, there's data. We're not waiting here." "Agreed," Jace said, voice low. "But if this is a snatch, EMP signal, no trace, they're pros." "Where to?" "SpaceX hangar, San Diego branch," Elon said, boots stomping toward the stairs. "Labs gear. I'll crack this signal myself if I have to." He paused, eyes on Evie's empty bed, the spiral doodle burning in his skull. "She's out there, Jace, alive. I feel it." The SUV roared back to life outside, engine growling loud as dawn crept faint over the horizon, red bleeding into black, a signal pulsing somewhere in the static, calling him to find her. The SpaceX hangar loomed against the San Diego dawn, a steel beast glinting faint under a sky bleeding red and gold, its massive doors rumbling loud as they parted for Elon Musk's SUV. Tires screeched sharp on the polished concrete, the vehicle skidding to a stop near the lab bay, exhaust curling faint in the cool air. 5:13 a.m., the clock on the dash glowed, every minute a claw in his chest. Elon burst out, Evie's laptop clutched tight under his arm, the static hum pulsing soft from its speakers, Jace trailing fast behind, boots thumping hard, his phone buzzing with updates from his team. The hangar buzzed alive, tech swarming a half-built Starship prototype, the sharp clang of a dropped wrench cutting through the hum of machinery, the air thick with solder and jet fuel tang. "Labs, now," Elon snapped, striding past a startled engineer, her tablet clattering to the floor as he blew by. The lab bay doors hissed open, cold fluorescent light spilling out, racks of servers blinking green, a wall of screens flaring bright, his domain, where chaos bent to his will. He slammed Evie's laptop on a workbench, the thud echoing off steel, static spiking loud as he plugged it in, a jagged dance of white and gray clawing the screen. Jace dropped Lila's cracked phone beside it, the glass glinting dull under the lights, while a tech, Miles, wiry, caffeine jittery, rushed over, tools clinking faint in his hands. "Boss, what's this?" Miles asked, eyes darting to the screen. The spiral doodle photo Elon flashed him burning in his grip. "Evie's gone, Lila too," Elon said, voice rough, yanking a cable from a drawer, the plastic snapping loud as he jacked it into the server. "This signal's all we've got. Started at her place. 2 a.m. Lila called, crying, then dropped." "Crack it now." Miles nodded fast, fingers flying over a keyboard. Green code streaming, the statics hum threading sharp through the speakers. Encrypted, deep layered. Not kid code, but he paused, squinting. "That rhythm, it's got a signature, almost biological." "Biological?" Elon leaned in, the bench creaking faint under his weight, the signal's pulse sinking eerie with his own heartbeat. Thud, 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 a ghost in the machine. "She's 12, hacks AI for fun." "Could she?" "Could be hers," Jace cut in, arms crossed tight, the scar on his jaw catching the light. "Or someone's using her gear. EMP fried Lila's phone, maybe hit hers too. That spiral," he tapped the doodle photo. "Seen it before?" Elon's eyes narrowed, memory tugging sharp. Neuralink, a late-night brief, engineers joking about brain graffiti, signal patterns mimicking thought waves. "Maybe Neuralink, experimental stuff. Evie snooped there once, got into my files. If she's messing with that." "She's a genius," Miles said, voice tight, plugging a second monitor, the static mirrored, spiking wilder. "But this is next level, look." He zoomed in, pixels fracturing into a grid, faint lines weaving a shape, that spiral, etched in noise. It's embedded, deliberate, like a watermark. Elon's gut clenched, Evie's hand, or someone else's. "Trace it, source, destination, anything," he said, pacing fast, boots scuffing concrete, the hangar's hum swelling loud beyond the glass. "Jace, team find anything at Lila's?" "Zip, neighbors asleep, no cams caught squat," Jace said, phone buzzing again, text from his crew. "Streets clean, but Lila's garage had a cold spot, engine dead, like it hadn't moved in days. She didn't run." "Cold spot." Elon stopped, breath rasping faint. "EMP radius, small, targeted. Evie built one, fried my Tesla key once, laughed her ass off." He turned back to the screen, static pulsing relentless. "If she sent this, she's alive, signaling us." "Or someone's baiting," Jace said, voice low, eyes hard. "Pros don't leave toys behind. This is clean, deliberate." Miles cursed soft, code halting red on his screen. "Locked, firewalls adaptive, shifting. Need more juice, supercomputer level." "Hook it to the Starlink grid," Elon said, voice steel, yanking a tablet, sharp ping as he synced it, satellites blinking alive overhead. "Every dish, every node, crack it." Miles hesitated, then nodded, cables snapping loud as he patched in. The server rack hummed deep, lights flickering fast, static warping sharper, a whine threading through like a scream trapped in wire. "Running, 5 minutes maybe," Miles said, sweat beading faint on his brow. "This thing's fighting back, almost alive." "Alive?" Elon's hand tightened on the tablet, the spiral pulsing bigger now, radiating spikes like a sun gone mad. "Neuralink, thought mapping, early tests." Evie asked about it. Can you code a brain, Dad? Thought she was dreaming big. She was, Jace said, stepping closer, the lab's cold biting his knuckles. But if she cracked that, or someone did. A sharp buzz cut him. Sam's call, Elon swiping fast. Talk. Evie's school. Teacher says she's been off. Sam's voice crackled urgent. Last week, muttering about hearing static, sketching spirals in class. Sent her home early Friday. Lila picked her up. Nothing since. Lila's credit, normal till yesterday. Coffee, groceries, then a weird charge. $500 some tech site, QuantumSys. No record of it online. QuantumSys. Elon's eyes flicked to the screen, static spiking hard, the spiral twisting tighter. Dig deeper, shell company maybe. Evie's devices, anything live. Phone's dead, tracker's toast, Sam said. But her smartwatch, last ping 1:58 a.m., Lila's address, then flatlined. EMP'd too, probably. Keep digging, Elon said, hanging sharp, the tablet buzzing faint in his grip. Starlink grid flaring green, Miles' code clawing through. QuantumSys, sounds like a front. Evie's into quantum stuff. Asked me about qubits last month. Stumped me cold. Kid's a prodigy, Miles said, voice tight, the screen flaring. A map snapping up, faint red dot pulsing. San Diego outskirts, desert fringe. Got it, signal's origin, bouncing off a relay. Not far, 20 miles east. East. Jace straightened, phone out fast. Teams rolling, scout it. Desert's empty. Old test sites, maybe. Elon stared at the dot, static whining loud, the spiral etching deeper, like Evie's doodle, her mind screaming through the noise. She's there, or was, he said, voice rough, snatching her laptop. Jace, gear up. Miles, keep this live, feed it to my tablet. On it, Miles said, cables rasping as he patched it through. The tablet buzzed alive, static pulsing portable. Jace nodded, voice grim. Chopper's outside, 10 minutes to lift. If this is a trap, it's not. Elon cut in, boots stomping toward the door, the hangar's hum roaring loud behind him. It's her, I know it. The spiral burned in his skull, a signal in the static, pulling him into the dawn, red horizon stretching vast, Evie's echo calling him to run faster. The chopper's blades sliced the dawn air with a relentless thwack thwack thwack, lifting off the SpaceX hangar pad as the San Diego skyline shrank fast below. 5:47 a.m. The horizon a thin red scar bleeding into gold. Elon Musk gripped the edge of his seat, the leather creaking cold under his palms. Evie's laptop humming faint on his lap, static pulsing sharp, that spiral glyph twisting tighter on the screen. Jace sat across, strapped tight, his scarred jaw set hard, eyes scanning the desert sprawl through the window. Scrubby hills and dry washes stretching endless, the red dot on Elon's tablet blinking steady. 20 miles east, a ghost in the sand. The cabin rattled faint, rotor wash howling loud, jet fuel tang biting the air as the pilot, Rhea, ex-Navy, buzzed hair glinting under her headset, called back, 8 minutes till drop, winds good, no bogeys. Good, push it, Elon said, voice rough, eyes locked on the tablet, the signal's whine threading sharp through the speakers. A lifeline to Evie, alive or trapped, he couldn't tell. His hoodie sleeve snagged on the armrest, gritty with hangar dust, the spiral doodle photo burning in his pocket, her mark, or someone's taunt. Jace, team sweep. 2 trucks ahead, scouting the dot, Jace said, tapping his earpiece, the faint crackle cutting through the rotor hum. Desert's dead out there, old military range, shut since 90s. No roads, no eyes, perfect for hiding. Hiding what? Elon muttered, the static spiking loud, a high-pitched wail clawing at his skull. Evie's signal's live, moving maybe. If she's there. She's smart, could be baiting us in, Jace said, voice low, pulling a tablet, satellite feed flaring green, a blurry grid of sand and steel. Or someone's got her gear, playing us. Either way, we're walking into dark. The chopper banked sharp, desert rushing up, dust swirling wild below, a faint glint catching the sun, metal half-buried unnatural. There, Rhea called, nodding ahead, the red dot pulsing closer on Elon's screen. Structure looks abandoned, but fresh tracks. Tracks! Elon leaned forward, the harness biting his chest, squinting through the haze. A low concrete bunker, cracked and weathered, steel doors rusted shut, tire marks gouging the sand like fresh scars. Get us down now. Rhea nodded, the chopper dropping fast, rotors roaring loud, sand blasting the windows in a gritty howl as it touched down 50 yards out. Elon unbuckled quick, boots hitting the ground hard, the desert's dry bite stinging his lungs, hot already, sun climbing fast. Jace followed, pistol clipped tight, his team's trucks rolling up. Tires crunching loud for guys piling out, armed but low-key, eyes sharp under caps. Perimeter, secure it, Jace barked, voice cutting the wind, sand rasping faint against steel as they fanned out. Elon stormed toward the bunker, laptop clutched tight, static whining louder now, pulse racing with his own, the spiral twisting wild on the screen. "Evie," he shouted, voice raw, echoing off the concrete, nothing but the wind's hiss answering back. The doors loomed, rusted hinges creaking faint as he shoved, locked tight. "Jace, open it." Jace signaled a tech, Vic, lanky, toolkit rattling, who dropped to his knees, lockpicks glinting fast. "Old military, basic deadbolt," Vic said, metal scraping loud, a sharp click snapping free. "Got it." The doors groaned open, a stale gust rushing out, dank, metallic, laced with something sharp, burnt circuits. Elon stepped in, flashlight beam cutting the dark. Concrete walls slick with damp, wires dangling loose, a faint hum swelling deep inside. "Power's live," he said, boots echoing loud on the floor, the static's whine sinking eerie with a buzz from the shadows. "This isn't abandoned, someone's been here." Jay swept his light, racks of old servers gutted, cables snaking wild, then froze. Over there, look. The beam caught a table, scattered gear, a soldering iron still warm, coffee cups half full, and Evie's purple phone, cracked but glowing faint, plugged into a jury-rigged rig. Antennas spiking up, a mess of circuits pulsing green. "Evie," Elon lunged, grabbing it, the case cold in his hands, her galaxy pattern chipped, screen flickering static, that spiral etched alive. She was here, or is. He tapped it, locked, no password worked. Star code, Mars 2025, EVBot, nothing. The static screeched loud, laptop and phone syncing sharp, a double pulse pounding his ears. "Careful," Jace said, voice tight, light sweeping deeper. A hatch in the floor, steel, ajar, a faint red glow seeping up. "That's active recent." Elon dropped to it, wrenching it open, the clang echoing loud, a ladder plunging into shadow, the hum swelling stronger, laced with a rhythmic beep. "Signal's down there," he said, tablet buzzing hard, the red dot centered now, right beneath them. "I'm going." "Hold up, traps screaming all over this," Jace said, grabbing his arm, grip iron. "No tracks out, coffee's warm, they're close. We need backup." "No time," Elon snapped, shaking free, boots clanging on the rungs as he descended, dark swallowing him fast, the air thickening, electric and alive. The ladder ended hard, concrete floor jarring his knees, flashlight beam slicing a tunnel. Walls lined with cables, blinking nodes, a faint red pulse strobing ahead. The static roared now, laptop trembling in his grip, spiral spinning wild. Evie's mark, calling him deeper. Jace dropped beside him, pistol up, breath rasping faint. "This ain't a kid's hideout, looks like a black site retrofitted." "Her phone's up there, signal's here," Elon said, voice steel, moving fast, boots echoing loud, the tunnel narrowing, air buzzing thick. The red glow sharpened, a chamber, steel door cracked open, the beep swelling steady, a heartbeat in the dark. He shoved through, flashlight flaring, servers humming alive, screens flickering static, and on a table, a headset sleek, Neuralink-like, wires snaking to a chair, empty, straps loose, a coffee mug tipped over, brown pooling fresh. "Evie!" Elon's shout bounced off steel. No answer, just the beep, the static, the spiral pulsing huge on a wall screen, radiating spikes like a sun gone rogue. "She was here minutes ago." Jace swept the room. Footprints in the dust, small, Evie-sized, then bigger ones, overlapping fast. "They moved her. Someone else too," he said, voice grim, kicking a cable, sparks popping loud. "This rig mine tech?" "Neuralink knockoff, crude, dangerous," Elon said, fingers brushing the headset, cold metal biting his skin. "She's coding something, or they're using her to." The static screeched, a new pattern, jagged, urgent, the spiral twisting tighter, a message he couldn't crack yet. Jace's earpiece crackled, Vic's voice tense. "Boss, trucks inbound, half a mile, unmarked, moving fast." "Ambush," Jace said, eyes hard, grabbing Elon's shoulder. "Up now." Elon clutched the headset, laptop buzzing wild, static screaming Evie's echo, her trail hot but slipping. "She's close. I'm not leaving," he said, boots stomping back to the ladder, the desert whispering danger as tires growled loud above. The desert sun blazed low, a red eye glaring through the bunker's rusted doors as Elon Musk hauled himself up the ladder, the steel rungs biting cold into his palms. 6:19 a.m., sand swirling wild outside, the static's whine clawing loud from Evie's laptop under his arm. Jace climbed fast behind, boots clanging sharp, pistol drawn, his earpiece crackling urgent, Vic's voice cutting through. "Trucks, 3 black, no plates, 200 yards, closing hard." The air thickened with dust, a faint rumble swelling deep, tires growling hungry over the dunes. Elon hit the bunker floor running, the Neuralink headset swinging heavy in his grip, spiral pulsing wild on the screen. A beacon or a lure, he couldn't tell, but Evie's ghost was in it. "Chopper now," Jace barked, shoving the doors wider, the groan of metal echoing loud as his team scrambled. Vic and two others, rifles up, fanning out fast, sand rasping faint under their boots. The chopper's blade spun alive 50 yards off, a low thwack-thwack building to a roar, Rhea's silhouette sharp in the cockpit, dust blasting wild as it prepped to lift. Elon sprinted toward it, the static spiking shrill, his tablet buzzing hot. The red dot locked here, no movement, Evie so close he could feel her. Then the desert erupted. Tires screeched loud, black SUVs bursting over a rise, engines snarling deep, dust clouds billowing thick as they fanned out, cutting off the chopper. Shots cracked sharp, warning pops kicking sand near Vic's feet, his shout lost in the wind. "Hostiles, take cover." Jace grabbed Elon, yanking him behind the bunker wall, concrete biting his shoulder as bullets pinged loud off steel. Sparks flashing bright, the air alive with lead. "Trap, knew it," Jace growled, peering out, pistol steady. Two trucks skidded to stops, doors slamming hard, 6 figures piling out. Black gear, no markings, rifles glinting cold. "They timed us, knew we'd bite the signal." "Evie's signal," Elon said, voice steel, ducking low, the laptop's hum pulsing fast against his chest. "They've got her, or want us to think they do." He tapped the headset, static whining sharp, a crude Neuralink ripoff, her fingerprints all over it. "This isn't random, someone's playing her tech." Jace fired twice, crack crack. Shots sparking off a truck's hood, the attackers scattering fast, shouts threading faint through the chaos. "Vic, flank left," he yelled, sand crunching loud as his team moved, rifles barking back, a tight dance of fire and dust. The chopper hovered low, rotors roaring desperate, Rhea's voice cutting through the comms. "Can't lift, too hot, get clear." Elon's eyes darted, the third truck swung wide, circling the bunker, engine growling low, a shadow shifting inside. "They're pinning us," he said, dropping the laptop, screen flaring bright, spiral spinning wild, and yanked his tablet, fingers flying fast. Starlink jammed them. A sharp ping as he synced it, satellites blinking alive overhead, code streaming green, a signal flood to choke their comms. "Good call," Jace said, popping off another shot, crack, a figure stumbling back, clutching an arm. But their pros won't scare easy. The static screeched louder, headset buzzing hot in Elon's hand. A new pulse, jagged, urgent, threading through the noise like a scream. "Look," Elon froze, tablet flaring, a second red dot faint, flickering 5 miles north, then gone. "Another signal, hers maybe. They're moving her. Or splitting us," Jace said, voice grim, ducking a burst, bullets chewing concrete, dust stinging their eyes. "Stay sharp, could be a ghost." The chopper banked hard, Rhea risking it. Rotors howling loud, sand blasting thick as she swung low, drawing fire, shots cracking wild off the hull. Vic's team returned it, a sharp volley, pop, pop, pop. One attacker dropping hard, the rest diving behind trucks. "Window," Jace shouted, grabbing Elon's arm, hauling him toward the bird. Boots pounding sand, static roaring in his ears. Elon dived in, the cabin jolting hard as he hit the floor, leather slick with sweat, the headset clattering beside him. Jace piled after, yelling, "Go, go!" Rhea gunned it, the chopper lurching up, rotors screaming, a sharp ping as a bullet grazed the tail, the desert tilting wild below. Vic's crew scrambled to their trucks, engines roaring alive, peeling out fast. Dust clouds swallowing them as the attackers regrouped, rifles barking futile into the haze. "Lost 'em, for now," Jace panted, slamming the door, the cabin's hum swelling loud, static pulsing steady, a lifeline in the chaos. "They'll chase, those weren't grunts, too tight." Elon clutched the tablet. First dot dead at the bunker, second dot gone, a phantom north. "Evie's alive, moving," he said, voice rough, syncing the headset to the laptop. Wires rasping faint, the spiral flaring bigger, spikes radiating sharp. "This rig, it's hers but tweaked. Someone's got her brain in a box." "Brain in a box?" Rhea called back, banking north, the desert stretching vast, sand glinting red, shadows pooling deep. "What's that mean, boss?" "Neuralink thought mapping," Elon said, fingers tracing the headset's crude welds. "Evie's style, rushed but brilliant. She's coding through it, or they're pulling her mind apart. That signal, it's her screaming for me." Jace frowned, wiping blood from a graze on his knuckles, sand gritty under his nails. Quantum Sys, Sam's lead. Shell front, maybe black tech off-grid. They'd need her for that. Her or her code. Elon said, static whining loud. A new pattern, a double pulse, like a heartbeat begging help. She hacked my Neuralink files, months back, laughed it off. If they've got her hooked up, they're bleeding her dry. Jace finished, voice hard, checking his clip. Click, click, reload snapping sharp. Desert's their turf, bunkers a relay, not home base. North, Elon said, tablet buzzing hot. The second dot flickered again, faint 5 miles out, then vanished. Rhea, track it. Low, quiet. On it, she said, dipping the chopper. Rotors thumping soft, sand swirling faint below, the sun climbing higher, heat baking the glass. The static pulse steady, spiral twisting tight. Evie's echo alive, pulling him through the haze. Jace's phone buzzed, Vic voice tense. Trucks split, one tailing us, two peeling north. They're boxing, got drones up, small, fast. Drones. Elon's head snapped up, eyes scanning the sky, dots glinting faint, closing quick. Starlink, Fryem. He tapped fast, ping ping, satellites flaring green, a pulse jamming their eyes. A drone wobbled, then dropped, crashing hard in a puff of sand, but the others veered sharp, adaptive. Smart bastards, Jace muttered, leaning out, crack crack, shots sparking off a rotor, the chopper jolting hard. Rhea, evade. Hold tight, she yelled, banking wild. Desert spinning, static screaming loud, Evie's signal a thread in the storm. Elon gripped the headset, spiral burning his retinas. Her mind, her fight, a trap snapping shut, and he was diving deeper to break it. The chopper skimmed low over the desert, rotors thumping a muted roar as the San Diego sun climbed higher. 6:52 a.m., heat shimmering off the sand in waves, a red haze swallowing the horizon. Elon Musk gripped the Neuralink headset tight, its crude welds biting his fingers. Evie's laptop pulsing wild on his lap. Static screeching loud, the spiral glyph spinning tighter, spikes radiating sharp like a distress flare etched in noise. Rhea banked hard, dodging a drone's faint buzz. Its glint vanishing fast as Starlink's jam fried its circuits. A puff of smoke curling faint below. Jace leaned out, pistol barking twice. Crack crack. Sparks flashing off a second drone's shell, the chopper jolting sharp as it veered north, chasing that flickering red dot on Elon's tablet. 5 miles out, alive, then gone again. Lost another, Rhea called, voice tight, sweat beading on her buzzed scalp. Sand blasting the windshield faint. The cabin's hum swelling loud with the static's whine. They're adapting, drones dropping off, but trucks still tailing half a mile back. Keep north, Elon said, voice steel, eyes locked on the tablet, the second signal pulsing faint, a heartbeat in the void. Evie's there, moving slow, deliberate. They're not running, they're waiting. Waiting's bad, Jace said, reloading sharp, click click, his scarred jaw set hard, sand gritty on his knuckles. Bunker was a relay, this is home base. Pros don't sit still unless they're loaded. The desert stretched vast, scrubby ridges and dry gulches, then a shape loomed faint. Steel glinting cold, a low-slung facility nestled in a hollow, camo netting fraying at the edges, tire tracks gouging deep around it. There, Elon said, tablet buzzing hot. The red dot locked, steady now, dead center. Land, quiet, edge of the ridge. Rhea nodded, dipping low, rotors whispering soft, sand swirling faint as the chopper touched down behind a dune. The hum fading fast into the desert's dry hiss. Elon unbuckled quick, boots hitting sand hard, the static's pulse sinking eerie with his own. Thud, thud, thud. Evie's echo screaming closer. Jace followed, rifle up, his team's trucks rolling silent a mile back, Vic's voice crackling faint. Holding perimeter, trucks stopped half-click south. Drones down, but they're regrouping. Eyes on, Jace said, crouching low, binoculars glinting as he scanned. 2 guards at the facility's gate, black gear, rifles slung loose, a faint hum seeping from the steel walls. Light security, too light. Inside's the teeth. Elon clutched the laptop, static whining loud, the spiral twisting wild, a new pattern threading through. Double spikes, urgent, like a code begging to be cracked. She's in there. I feel it, he said, voice rough, shoving the headset into his pack, the tablet's glow catching sand in his lashes. Signals live, stronger now. Trap stronger too, Jace said, voice low, nodding to a glint on the roof, cameras small, blinking red. They've got eyes, knew we'd chase. He tapped his earpiece, sharp crackle. Vic, flank east, slow, no noise. Elon moved fast, ducking low, sand crunching faint under boots, the facility's steel wall looming cold, heat baking off it in waves. A side hatch glinted, rusted, half hidden by netting, the hum swelling deep behind it, laced with a rhythmic beep. "Here," he said, prying it open, the groan of metal cutting the quiet, a stale gust rushing out. Ozone, burnt circuits, something alive. Jace swept in first, rifle up, flashlight beam slicing a narrow hall. Concrete slick with damp, cables snaking wild, nodes blinking green along the walls. Elon followed, static roaring loud, laptop trembling, the spiral pulsing huge on the screen, spikes radiating sharp like a sun unraveling. "Power's hot, recent," he said, boots echoing soft, the air buzzing thick, electric, heavy, a pulse threading through he couldn't shake. "Too recent," Jace muttered, light catching a door, steel cracked open, the beep swelling steady, a heartbeat in the dark. "Stay sharp, could be rigged." Elon shoved through. The clang echoing loud, flashlight flaring, a lab, servers humming alive, screens flickering static, and at the center, a rig sleek and brutal, Neuralink's bones twisted into something darker. Wires snaking to a chair, straps tight, a headset dangling loose, red lights strobing faint. Empty, but a tablet glowed beside it, Evie's spiral pulsing alive, double spikes screaming urgent. "She was here, now," Elon said, voice breaking faint, rushing to it, screen warm, her code etched in the noise. Jace swept the room, footprints in the dust, small, hers then bigger, dragging fast. "Moved seconds ago," he said, kicking a cable, sparks popping loud. "This ain't a toy, mind tech, weaponized." "Weaponized." Elon grabbed the tablet, static synced sharp, a faint voice threading through garbled hers. "Dad, run, too late." Cut off by a screech, the spiral twisting wilder. "Evie," he shouted, voice raw, bouncing off steel. No answer, just the beep, the hum, a coffee mug shattered on the floor, brown pooling fresh. "Too late for what?" Jace said, eyes hard, rifle sweeping a hatch in the wall. Steel locked tight, the hum swelling louder behind it. "She's warning us, ambush inside." Elon's fingers flew, tablet sinking fast, a sharp ping as he hacked the rig's feed. Screens flaring green, a map snapping up. Tunnel sprawling deep, a red dot pulsing below, moving slow. "She's down there, alive," he said, voice steel, yanking the headset, wires rasping faint, plugging it in. "I'm cracking this," her voice, her signal. Jace grabbed a crowbar from the floor, metal scraping loud, prying the hatch. The groan cutting the air, a dark shaft plunging down, red glow seeping up. "Trap or not, we're in it," he said, voice grim. "Vic status?" Ear crackle, Vic tense. Trucks moving, closing fast, 100 yards. "Gates hot, guards up." "Hold M," Jace barked, nodding to Elon. "Down quick." Elon dropped to the shaft, boots clanging rungs, the dark swallowing him fast, static screaming loud, the spiral pulsing huge. Evie's warning echoing in his skull. Run, too late. The lab vanished above, the hum swelling deep, a shadow's edge sharpening below. Her signal, her fight, pulling him into the teeth of it. The shaft dropped Elon Musk into darkness, steel rungs biting cold into his hands as he descended fast. 7:14 a.m. The desert sun a distant memory, sand dust clinging faint to his hoodie. Evie's laptop hummed loud against his chest, static screeching sharp, the spiral glyph pulsing wild on the screen. Double spikes threading urgent, her warning echoing in his skull. "Dad, run, too late." Jace followed close, boots clanging hard, the crowbar clattering faint in his grip. Red glow swelling below, a rhythmic beep sinking eerie with the signal's whine. The air thickened, ozone and burnt metal, electric and alive, the tunnel walls slick with damp, cables snaking wild, nodes blinking green like eyes in the dark. Elon hit the bottom hard, concrete jarring his knees, flashlight beams slicing a chamber. Steel and glass, servers humming deep, screens flickering static, a rig at the center. Neuralink's bones twisted brutal, wires sprawling to a chair, straps loose, red lights strobing faint. Empty again, but the headset from upstairs buzzed hot in his pack, sinking sharp with a console. Evie's spiral flaring huge, her voice crackling faint. "Dad, here. Help." Cut by a screech, garbled and raw. "Evie," he shouted, voice bouncing off steel. No answer, just the beep, the hum, a shattered mug pooling coffee fresh on the floor. Jace dropped beside him, rifle up, beam sweeping fast, catching footprints in the dust. Small, hers, dragging north, bigger ones overlapping tight. "Moved minutes ago," he said, voice grim, kicking a cable, sparks popping loud. "They're playing cat and mouse, keeping her close." "She's alive, talking," Elon said, voice steel, yanking the headset, wires rasping faint, plugging it into the console. "This rig's hers, tweaked broadcasting." He tapped fast, sharp ping, screens flaring green, static warping sharper, her voice threading through. "Dad, trap deep, don't." cut again, a whine swallowing it whole. Deep. Jace frowned, light sweeping north. A steel door cracked open, the hum swelling louder behind it, laced with a new sound. A faint buzz, human alive. They're baiting, drawing us in. Elon's tablet buzzed. The red dot locked here, steady, then flickered faint, shifting north again. She's moving, or they are, he said, syncing the laptop. Code streaming fast, the spiral twisting wilder, a new pattern. Triple spikes, desperate, a cry in the noise. I'm cracking this, her voice, her mind. Jace shoved the door, the groan cutting the air, a hallway stretching dark. Concrete slicker, cables thicker, the buzz swelling sharp, voices low, threading faint through the hum. Too quiet up top. Traps here, he said, rifle steady, stepping in, boots echoing soft, sand gritty under soles. Elon followed, static roaring loud, the headset trembling, spiral pulsing huge. Evie's echo pulling him deeper. The hall narrowed, air buzzing thick, red lights strobing faint ahead, a chamber looming. Glass walls, servers alive, and at the center, a figure strapped to a chair, wired up, headset glowing red. Not Evie, too tall, too still, but the buzz sharpened. Musk stopped too late. A man's voice rough, breaking through the static, synced to the rig. Who the hell? Elon froze, tablet flaring. The red dot split, one here, one north, Evie's signal fracturing wild. He rushed the glass, cold biting his palms, peering in, a guy, late 40s, grizzled, eyes shut, wires snaking from the headset to his skull, chest rising slow. He's hooked up, broadcasting. Jace swept in, rifle up, beam catching the man's face, sweat beating faint, lips twitching faint. Not Evie, decoy? He said, voice tight, tapping the glass, dull thud echoing loud. This rig's live, same tech. Elon plugged the laptop in, sharp ping, static syncing fast, the man's voice crackling clear. Musk, they've got her, quantum sys, deep lab run. Cut by a screech, the spiral twisting tighter, triple spikes screaming urgent. Quantum sys, Elon said, breath rasping faint, yanking his tablet, search flaring green. Shell front, black tech, Neuralink defectors, off-grid, $500 charge, Lila's card. They're bleeding her code, her mind. Defectors. Jace frowned, light sweeping the rig. Wires pulsing red, a console glowing faint, data streaming wild. Old Neuralink crew gone rogue? Fired 3 years back, Elon said, voice rough, memory clawing sharp. A team, brilliant but reckless, pushing human trials too fast, booted for ethics breaches, vanished quiet. They've got Evie, weaponizing her hacks. The man twitched, eyes snapping open, wild, bloodshot, voice buzzing loud. Musk, north, deep lab, shut it down, too late. Cut off, head slumping fast, the beep flatlining shrill, dead gone, static swallowing his echo. Shut what down? Jace said, kicking the console, sparks popping loud, the rig dimming faint. He's fried, pushed too hard. Elon's tablet buzzed, the north dot flared strong, steady now, 2 levels down. Evie's there, deep lab, he said, voice steel, snatching the headset, wires rasping faint, static pulsing alive. He was a relay warning us. Jace's earpiece crackled, Vic voice tense. Boss, trucks at the gate, breaching now, 10 guys heavy gear. Choppers pinned, drones back up. They're locking us in, Jace said, eyes hard, nodding to a hatch in the floor. Steel locked tight, the hum swelling deep below. Down or fight, your call. Down, Elon said, boots stomping to it, crowbar scraping loud as he pried it, the groan cutting the air, a shaft plunging dark, red glow seeping up. Evie's there, alive, fighting. Jace dropped first, rungs clanging sharp, rifle slung tight. Elon followed, static screaming loud, the spiral pulsing huge. Triple spikes begging help, her voice faint. Dad, hurry. Swallowed by a whine. The chamber vanished above, the hum swelling deep. A shadow's edge sharpening below, Quantum Sys's teeth bared. Evie's signal a thread in the void pulling him to break it. The shaft plunged Elon Musk into a suffocating dark. Steel rungs slick with damp under his hands as he climbed down fast. 7:38 a.m. The desert surface a fading echo, sand dust gritty on his lips. Evie's laptop buzzed loud against his chest, static screeching shrill, the spiral glyph pulsing wild. Triple spikes radiating desperate, her voice threading faint. Dad, hurry. Swallowed by a whine that clawed his skull. Jace descended below, boots clanging sharp, crowbar hooked tight, red glow swelling brighter, the hum swelling deep, a rhythmic beep sinking eerie with the signal's pulse. The air thickened, ozone and sweat, electric and raw, tunnel walls tightening, cables snaking thick, nodes blinking green like a pulse in the void. Elon hit the bottom, concrete jarring his boots, flashlight beam slicing a chamber. Steel and glass, servers roaring alive, screens flickering static, a rig at the center. Neuralink's skeleton twisted monstrous, wires sprawling wild, red lights strobing fast. Not empty. A figure slumped in the chair, small, wired up, headset glowing red. Evie, head lolling faint, chest rising slow. "Evie!" he shouted, voice breaking raw, bouncing off steel, rushing forward, the static screaming loud, spiral pulsing huge on the laptop. Her signal, her fight alive. Jace dropped beside him, rifle up, beam sweeping fast, catching two shadows at the rig's edge. Black gear, rifles slung, turning sharp. "Hands now!" Jace barked, shots cracking loud, pop-pop, sparks flashing off steel as they ducked behind servers, returning fire, bullets chewing glass, shards raining sharp. Elon hit the deck, sand crunching faint under elbows, laptop sliding free, static whining shrill. Evie's voice crackling. "Dad, shut it down!" Cut by a screech, her spiral twisting wilder. He crawled fast, glass biting his palms. Reaching her, the chair's straps biting her wrists, wires snaking from the headset to her skull, red lights pulsing steady. "Evie, hold on," he said, voice rough, yanking the straps. Leather rasping loud, her arms limp, eyes shut tight, sweat beading faint on her brow. Jace fired again, crack crack, a grunt echoing loud as one guard dropped, the other diving deeper, shouts threading faint through the chaos. "Lock it now!" The hum swelled sharp, a console flaring green beside the rig, data streaming wild, Evie's spiral etched in the code, her mind bleeding out, weaponized. "She's alive, wired in," Elon said, voice steel, grabbing the headset from his pack, wires rasping faint, plugging it into the console. "They're pulling her, quantum sys." He tapped fast, sharp ping, screen sinking hard, static warping clearer, her voice breaking through. "Dad, code, kill it," garbled urgent, a plea in the noise. "Kill what?" Jace said, ducking low, bullets pinging loud off steel, his rifle barking back. Pop pop, sand dust swirling thick. "She's bait, rigs the trap." Elon's tablet buzzed, the red dot locked here, steady, her signal peaking wild, triple spikes screaming help. "Not bait, hostage," he said, yanking cables from her headset, sparks popping loud, her breath hitching faint. "They're using her, Neuralink defectors, my old crew, coding something big." A new voice cut through, sharp, cold from the shadows. "Too late, Musk." A figure stepped out, tall, lean, late 40s, gray streaking his hair, rifle down, hands up slow, face familiar. Dr. Kale Voss, ex-Neuralink, fired for pushing limits too far. "She's ours, her mind's the key." "Voss," Elon growled, standing fast, Evie's laptop buzzing hot, static pulsing loud, her spiral twisting tight under his glare. "Let her go now." "She cracked it, Quantum Bridge," Voss said, voice smooth, stepping closer, boots echoing soft, the hum swelling deep behind him. "Thought mapping, real time, your dream, our weapon. She's broadcasting. Shut her down, you kill it." "Kill what?" Jace said, rifle steady, sight locked on Voss, the guard circling faint in the dark. "Step back, hands high." "The future," Voss said, smirking faint, glass crunching under his soles. "Neural net, global, unstoppable. She's the seed, your defectors built the soil." Elon's gut clenched, Evie's hacks, his files, twisted into this, a mind web, hers at the core. "You're frying her, look at her," he said, voice breaking faint, her head twitching, lips parting slow, a faint moan threading through the static. "Dad, stop." "She's strong, stronger than you know," Voss said, nodding to the console, data streaming faster, spiral radiating wild. 3 years, your scraps, her genius. Quantum Sys owns her now." "Bullshit," Elon snapped, tablet flaring, sharp ping, hacking the rig's feed, code streaming green, Evie's voice clearer. "Dad, kill switch deep." Cut by a whine, the spiral fracturing sharp. "She's fighting you, telling me how." Voss's smirk faded, eyes narrowing fast, hand twitching faint. "You can't, shut it down," she fries too. Linked, her brain's the circuit. Jace's earpiece crackled, Vic, voice tense. "Boss, gates breached, 10 inbound, heavy choppers toast." "They're locking us," Jace said, voice grim, popping off a shot. Crack, the guard ducking low, Voss unmoved. "Time's out, your call." Elon stared at Evie, her breath shallow, wires pulsing red, static screaming loud. Her spiral begging help, Voss's threat burning his skull. "Shut it down," she fries. "Kill switch, deep," he said, voice steel, yanking the console's panel, metal screeching loud, circuits glinting cold. "She's guiding me, trust her." "You'll lose her," Voss said, stepping closer, voice cold, the hum swelling sharp. "She's the bridge, cut it," she falls. "Then you fall first," Jace growled, crack, shot sparking off steel near Voss's feet, the man flinching fast, hands up higher. Elon plunged into the circuits, fingers brushing wires, sparks biting faint, static roaring wild, Evie's voice threading clear. Dad blew wire, now. He yanked it, snap. The hum faltered, screens flickering dark, her spiral pulsing faint. Then a scream, hers raw, echoing loud as the rig shuddered hard, red lights strobing wild. The deep lab shuddered hard as Elon Musk yanked the blue wire. Sparks snapping loud, a sharp jolt biting his fingers. 8:02 a.m., the chamber's red lights strobing wild, Evie's scream echoing raw off steel walls. The rig faltered, the hum choking faint, servers flickering dark, static screeching shrill from her laptop, spiral glyph fracturing fast, triple spikes collapsing into noise. Evie's body jerked in the chair, head snapping back, wires trembling loose, her breath hitching sharp, alive but fading. "Evie, stay with me," Elon shouted, voice breaking rough, ripping the headset off her, red glow dimming fast, her eyes fluttering faint, unfocused. Jace fired twice, crack crack, shots sparking off steel near Dr. Kale Voss, the ex-Neuralink defector stumbling back, hands up high, glass crunching loud under his boots. "You idiot, she's fried." Voss yelled, voice cold, the console sparking faint behind him. Data streaming dead, Evie's spiral gone. The guard ducked low, rifle barking back. Pop pop, bullets chewing concrete near Jace's feet, sand dust swirling thick in the chaos. "She's alive, shutting you down," Elon said, voice steel, cradling Evie, her pulse weak under his fingers, sweat slick on her brow. Unplugging cables fast, sparks popping loud, the rig's hum dying slow. Her voice crackled faint from the headset in his pack. "Dad, did it run?" garbled, fading, a ghost in the static. "Did what?" Jace growled, ducking a burst. Bullets pinging shrill off glass, his rifle steady. Crack, a shot grazing the guard's arm, a grunt echoing loud. "Voss, talk now." "The bridge, quantum net," Voss said, smirking faint despite the chaos. Boots scuffing slow, eyes glinting cold. "She crashed it. Her mind's the key, but you cut the lock." "Too late, data's out." "Out where?" Elon snapped, lifting Evie, her weight limp, head lolling faint, static whining soft from the laptop, a faint pulse threading through. "Dad's safe, go." He grabbed it, screen flickering dark, spiral gone, her signal flatlining slow. "Everywhere," Voss said, voice smooth, stepping back as the chamber trembled faint, a deep rumble swelling from above. She broadcast global seed, Neuralink's dream, our weapon. "You stopped the rig, not the spread." Jace's earpiece crackled, Vic, voice tense. "Boss, facility's hot, 10 breached, swarming, choppers down, trucks pinned. Exits north, move." "They're in," Jace said, eyes hard, rifle sweeping Voss, the guard circling faint in the dark. "Up's dead, north's our shot." He nodded to a tunnel. Steel door cracked open, the rumble swelling loud, sand dust seeping faint from the ceiling. Elon hoisted Evie, her breath shallow, arms dangling loose, boots stomping fast, laptop buzzing soft against his hip. "Voss, where's Lila?" he barked, voice raw. Her smashed phone flashing in his skull, Quantum Sis's $500 charge burning hot. "Gone leverage," Voss said, smirking wider, hands dropping slow, a glint in his grip, a remote, thumb hovering faint. She fought, useless now. "Evie's the prize." "Son of a..." Jace lunged, crack, shot sparking off steel as Voss hit the remote, sharp beep, the tunnel door slamming shut, steel groaning loud, locking tight. The chamber jolted hard, ceiling cracking faint, dust raining sharp, Voss diving back, the guard firing wild, pop pop, bullets ricocheting shrill. "Trap!" Jace yelled, grabbing Elon, yanking him behind the rig, Evie's weight dragging heavy, glass shattering loud as the guard advanced, Voss vanishing fast into shadow. The rumble swelled, a blast echoing deep, sand pouring thick from above, facility buckling, Quantum Sis's teeth snapping shut. Elon clutched Evie, her pulse fluttering faint, static whining soft. "Dad, north break." "Cut off," the laptop sparking faint, screen dead. "North another way," he said, voice steel, flashlight beam slicing the dark, catching a vent, steel grate, rusted loose, the rumble swelling loud behind it. Jace kicked it, clang, metal bending sharp, sand dust swirling thick as he pried it free. Crowbar scraping loud, the vent yawning dark, a tight shaft northbound, air buzzing alive. "In now!" he barked, rifle slung tight, boots stomping concrete, the chamber trembling wild, servers sparking faint as they died. Elon crawled fast, Evie over his shoulder, her breath rasping faint, vent walls scraping his elbows, sand gritty in his lungs, laptop buzzing soft, static threading weak. "Dad safe." Jace followed, grunting low, steel creaking loud as the facility groaned, a deep blast shaking the shaft, dust choking thick, red lights strobing faint behind. The vent sloped up, air thinning, the rumble fading slow, then opened hard. A maintenance hatch, steel warped, desert sun glaring hot through cracks. 8:17 a.m., sand spilling faint as Elon shoved it, metal screeching loud, heat blasting his face. He hauled Evie out, her body limp, eyes fluttering faint, onto a dune, the facility a smoking hulk below. Trucks swarming, drones buzzing low, Quantum Sys's grip tightening fast. Jace climbed free, rifle up, sand crunching loud, scanning quick. Vic's trucks, half a mile west, moving slow pinned. We're clear for now. Elon laid Evie down, sand hot under his knees, her pulse steadying faint. Checking her eyes. Pupils sharp, alive but distant. Evie, talk to me, he said, voice breaking faint. Static buzzing soft from the laptop, a new voice threading through. Elon, she's safe, data's out, find me. Lila garbled, urgent, alive. Lila. Elon froze, tablet flaring faint, a third dot blinking weak. East 10 miles, moving slow. She's out, escaped. Or bait, Jace said, voice grim. Rifle sweeping the haze, drones glinting faint on the horizon. Voss said leverage, could be a lure. She's alive. Evie stopped it, Elon said, voice steel, lifting Evie, her breath hitching faint, sand clinging wet to her cheeks. Data's out, quantum net, her mind's the seed. Jace's earpiece crackled, Vic. Boss, path west. Clear for now, trucks rolling, 5 minutes. West, then east, Elon said, boots stomping sand, laptop buzzing soft, Lila's voice looping faint. Find me. The desert stretched vast, sun burning red, Quantum Sys's shadow sprawling wide, Evie's signal a broken thread pulling him deeper into the fight. The desert sun scorched high, a relentless white glare baking the dunes as Elon Musk carried Evie toward Vic's trucks. 8:41 a.m., sand burning hot under his boots, her weight limp but alive against his chest. The laptop buzzed faint at his hip, static threading soft, Lila's voice looping urgent. Elon, find me. A third red dot blinking weak on his tablet. East 10 miles, steady now. Jace jogged beside, rifle up, sand crunching loud, sweat streaking his scarred jaw, scanning the haze. Drones glinting faint on the horizon, the facility a smoking ruin behind, Quantum Sys's shadow clawing still. The trucks loomed, tires gouging deep, engines growling low, Vic waving sharp, his crew fanning out fast, rifles glinting cold in the heat. Boss, load up, Vic shouted, voice cutting the wind. Sand swirling thick as Elon climbed in, laying Evie across the back seat. Her breath steadying slow, eyes fluttering faint, alive. Jace piled in, door slamming hard, the truck lurching forward. Tires screeching sharp, dust billowing wild as it peeled west, then swung east, chasing Lila's dot. Facilities toast, 10 bogies down, but they're regrouping, Vic said, gripping the wheel, sand rasping faint against steel, the horizon shimmering red. She's waking, Elon said, voice rough, brushing Evie's hair, sand gritty on her cheeks, her pulse strong now, eyes cracking open, sharp green, his own staring back. Evie, talk to me. Dad, she rasped, voice faint, coughing soft, sand dust on her lips. Killed it, Riggs dead, but Data, she winced, hand twitching faint, static whining soft from the laptop, her spiral gone, a flat hum threading through. Data's out, Voss said global, Elon said, voice steel, tablet buzzing hot, Lila's dot pulsing closer. 8 miles, moving slow. Quantum net, your code, their weapon. You're safe now. Not safe, she said, eyes widening faint, pushing up weak but fierce. Broadcast everywhere, my mind. Neuralink's bridge, they've got it. Slow down, Jace said, leaning back, rifle prop tight, the truck jolting hard over a dune, sand thudding loud against the hull. Voss is pinned, facilities down. How far's it spread? Far, Evie said, voice breaking faint, grabbing the laptop, fingers trembling fast, screen flaring weak, static pulsing alive. Seeds live global, can't stop. Her own echo garbled, looping tight. I crashed the rig, sent a kill switch, but too late, Data's loose. Elon's gut clenched, her hacks, his dream, twisted into this. A neural web seeded worldwide, Quantum Sys's teeth in every skull. We'll stop it, reverse it, he said, voice steel, sinking the tablet, sharp ping. Starlink flaring green, satellites blinking overhead. You're out, they've lost you. Not lost, Mom, Evie said, eyes darting fast, sand dust clinging wet to her lashes. She fought, heard her, east alive. Lila, Elon said, tablet buzzing hot, her dot 6 miles now, steady in the haze, voice crackling faint. Elon safe, east, hurry. She's free, escaped. Or bait, Jace muttered, checking his clip, click, click. reload snapping sharp. Voss said leverage could be a play. No play, Elon said, truck roaring loud, sand blurring past, Lila's voice threading clearer. Elon here safe. The dot locked for miles, a glint ahead. Steel, half-buried, a trailer, tire tracks fresh in the sand. There, stop. Vic braked hard, tires screeching shrill, dust choking thick as the truck skidded. Doors slamming loud, Elon bolting out. Evie over his shoulder, her breath hitching faint, Jace covering fast, rifle up. The trailer loomed, rusted camo netting frayed, a faint hum seeping out. Power alive. Lila! Elon shouted, voice raw, echoing off steel. No answer, just sand hissing soft in the wind. Jace kicked the door, clang, metal bending sharp, swinging open, a stale gust rushing out. Ozone coffee, Lila sprawled on the floor, alive, bruised, eyes snapping open fast, hair tangled wild, hands clutching a cracked tablet, her voice breaking through. Elon, live now, raw hers. Lila. Elon dropped to her. Evie sliding beside, sand crunching faint, lifting her, her pulse racing hot under his fingers. You're okay, Evie's here. Elon, they took her, quantum sis, Lila said, voice rough, coughing hard, sand dust on her lips. I fought, escaped, tracked her. She gripped his arm, nails biting faint, eyes darting to Evie. You got her, thank God. Riggs dead, data's out, Elon said, tablet buzzing faint, Starlink sinking hard, Evie's static threading soft, seeds live. Neural net global, she crashed it, but too late. Too late, Lila said, eyes widening fast, pushing up weak but sharp. They'll rebuild, Voss, others scattered now. Voss is pinned, Jace said, rifle sweeping the haze, drones gone, sand stretching vast. But he's right, data's out, they've got a head start. Evie grabbed the laptop, screen flickering alive, static pulsing weak, fingers flying fast. Dad, trace it, Starlink, find the nodes, her voice threading clear, fierce. I seeded it, can track it, shut it down. Track it, Elon said, tablet flaring green, Starlink pinging sharp, nodes blinking faint, dozens, hundreds spreading wild, Asia, Europe, states, a web alive, her mind the root. You're the key still. Always was, she said, smirking faint, sand dust on her teeth, eyes glinting sharp, his prodigy unbroken. We fight together. Together, Lila said, voice steel, gripping Elon's hand, sand gritty between them, a truce forged in the heat. Jace nodded, truck rumbling alive, Vic shouting. Boss, path's clear, west to base move. Elon lifted Evie, her weight light now, fierce, Lila beside, boots stomping sand, static buzzing soft, a mission threading through. Find the nodes, kill the net. The truck peeled out, tires screeching loud, dust billowing wild, desert stretching vast, sun igniting red, quantum sis's shadow sprawling global. A fight not done, a family reborn, a horizon burning bright with war.